Now, why have you never stood next to nobody? Because you studied the 48 laws of power.
Nah, man, that's whack. He knew exactly what I meant because he'd been standing next to something his entire career. Right. He stood next to Biggie, he put hot on him. That's stand next to the fighters you want, right? You stood next to Mace, stood next to Jock. Look, Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere. He's not wrong. Y'all are fucked. Nobody survived.
You all are fucked.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Please, people, help me help you. Who's first? I told you, you can't trust these niggas. Now, Puffy done killed Tupac.
Ciroc? Damn, we got all this nigga, and y'all want Diddy to come to my room. He ain't even brought no Ciroc. I don't want that old ass nigga around me. He an old ass bitch.
A former bodyguard for Diddy and the Carters has come forward with explosive claims against his former bosses, alleging that he holds evidence of wrongdoing and is now working directly with the FBI in their investigation.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts.
Uncle Ron, the former bodyguard for Diddy and the Carters, has shaken the entire hip-hop world with bombshell allegations. According to Ron, both Puffy and Jay-Z plotted to kill Biggie Smalls, and he claims to have documents to back it up. Ron admitted he stayed silent for years out of fear for his family's safety. But now that his kids are grown, he says it's time to finally reveal the truth about what really happened to fans' favorite stars. And Ron isn't standing alone. He's backed by none other than 50 Cent, who has publicly stated that Diddy should be held accountable for multiple deaths, and is reportedly willing to provide the FBI with information that could potentially lead to Puffy's arrest. As expected, the bad boy mogul is furious with 50. But, as everyone knows, Uncle Fif doesn't care about Puffy's threats. He's doubling down. So, what killings are being laid at Diddy's feet? Everyone knows the tragic story of Biggie's unsolved murder. He was gunned down in Los Angeles just weeks before his album Life After Death dropped. Over the years, whispers have only grown louder that Puffy was the one who stood to gain the most from Biggie's death. 50 Cent has hammered this point for years, saying Biggie had plans to leave Bad Boy after releasing the album. And Ron backs that claim. He isn't alone either. Another ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, confirmed that Biggie was preparing to walk away from Diddy on DJ Vlad's platform. Deal revealed that Big was in talks for a $60+ million contract that would have changed everything. Deal said when he once had to guard Diddy's briefcase on a flight, he saw Big's Bad Boy contract and realized the publishing money all flowed to Puff. Biggie himself allegedly told Deal he was ready to cash out and move on, taking his crew Junior Mafia, Charlie Baltimore, Lil Cease, Lil Kim, and more, into a whole new era. According to Deal, Biggie's new contract would have put him in total control of his publishing and business practices, changing Junior Mafia's future forever. But Biggie never got the chance. And now, with both Uncle Ron and Gene Deal pointing fingers and 50 Cent demanding accountability, the question won't go away. Did Diddy orchestrate the downfall of his own superstar to secure his empire? And if Ron really has the evidence, he claims, is Puffy finally about to face the consequences?
You never stood next to nobody because you studied the 48 laws of power.
Nah, man, that's whack. He knew exactly what I meant because he'd been standing next to something his entire career. Right. He stood next to Biggie, he put hot on him. That's stand next to the fighters you want, right? He stood next to Mace, stood next to Jock. Look, Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere. He's not wrong. Y'all are fucked. Nobody survived.
You all are fucked.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Please, people, help me help you. Who's first?
A recent video of 50 went viral, where he claimed that everyone who stood beside Diddy, every artist who linked with him under Bad Boy Records, ended up either broken, ruined, or gone. Fans lit up the internet. Some accused 50 of being obsessed with tearing Diddy down, but others pointed out he's not the first person to say it. And now, more evidence is piling up, even making Diddy's most loyal supporters start to doubt him. One of the first stories fans brought up was Maze's shocking exit from the industry. From 1996 to 1999, Mason Maze Betha was on fire. His debut album Harlem World went platinum 4 times, and he was one of Bad Boy's biggest stars. But at the peak of his success, Maze suddenly announced his retirement. He walked away from music to become a pastor, shocking the entire hip-hop community. At the time, he said rap was fake, that he felt guilty for leading kids and friends astray, and that he wanted to serve God instead. But fans have long speculated that something darker was going on behind the scenes, especially since Maze has, in recent years, accused Diddy of being manipulative and exploiting artists. 50 Cent has only added fuel to the fire. In his viral rant, he claimed Diddy didn't just profit off Biggie's death, but also had a hand in planning the downfall of Tupac. If 50 really shares everything he knows, it could be valuable to the FBI investigation that's reportedly underway. And it's not just 50 and the ex-bodyguards like Uncle Ron and Gene Deal calling Diddy out. Another outspoken figure, Jaguar Wright, has also been vocal for years about Diddy's alleged corruption, abuse, and ties to mysterious deaths in the industry. She's been pushing for him to be held accountable and even thrown behind bars.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable. So then what the fuck happened to the commission? What happened to that album? It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album, because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy, and then starting his own company. Puffy's been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy.
That's real, yo. The more money you make, the more problems you get.
Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who has made headlines in recent years for exposing Hollywood secrets, had something explosive to say about Diddy. According to her, he is the only true survivor of Bad Boy Records. Jaguar explained that the label was founded by 5 men. Out of those 5, 3 are now dead. One, I'll Be Sure, fell into a mysterious coma, and the only one left unharmed is Diddy, whom she mockingly calls Honeycombs. Jaguar boldly claimed that Diddy was responsible for those deaths and even dared him to sue her if she was lying. She also pointed out that the other co-founders all faced tragedies right when they were working on tell-all books. Even I'll Be Sure, who later woke up from his coma, had reportedly been writing his own book. Before disaster struck, to Jaguar, this was no coincidence. She said, "It's like somebody doesn't want the truth coming out. If every time someone writes a tello, they end up sick or dead, then we already know who's behind it, don't we?" In fact, back in 2020, Jaguar posted a shocking video on Instagram that revealed even darker allegations about Diddy's behavior behind the scenes. Jaguar Wright, the outspoken artist known for exposing Hollywood secrets, also claimed that Diddy forced male artists to perform sexual acts on him as a way of proving his power. She warned that anyone who refused or tried to speak out would quickly be taken out. Jaguar said she once hired an entertainment lawyer who had previously worked at Bad Boy Records. For safety reasons, she didn't reveal the lawyer's name, but according to her, this lawyer shared a disturbing story about something she had witnessed while working there. The lawyer explained that one day she needed Diddy's approval for some documents. When she went to his office, the door wasn't locked, so she walked in without knocking. Inside, she saw Diddy with singer and actor Christopher Williams, supposedly discussing a demo deal. But to her shock, Williams was performing a sexual act on Diddy. The lawyer said she stayed calm and didn't react. But the next day, Diddy confronted her. He asked if she planned to tell anyone what she saw. When she questioned why he hadn't locked the door, Diddy allegedly replied, "I'll do whatever the F I want in my building. That's power. If I can make a man do that, I can make anyone do anything for money." Jaguar added that Diddy threatened the lawyer's life if she ever spoke about it. She warned, "You better not try anything against her. She had nothing to do with you being a sodomite, forcing men to do degrading acts just to prove how powerful you are." According to Jaguar, the lawyer was lucky to leave Bad Boy alive. And Jaguar wasn't the only one calling Diddy out. She reminded fans that 50 Cent has also accused Diddy of dark secrets. And even the late rapper DMX had warned people about him before his passing.
That's what Biggie's like. Hard nigga, Brooklyn nigga, dude. He shot you. Like, yeah, nigga, get it. And nigga was like smiling about like, oh shit, yo. It made you realize like, oh, he's enjoying his life, man. I only met him once. Well, you know, the locks got signed before I did. Even though I bought the locks to our batters, you know, they got signed. They were a safer group. You know, Puff signed them. And it was a blessing and a curse because, you know, they were sure they were happy about getting signed first and they were on the Benjamins and shit was going. But then he made them jiggy and put them in suits and made them write lyrics for him and took all that publishing and raped them. Wow. Like, damn. I'm glad I didn't, you know, like, you keep that. I never saw Biggie smile until after he died.
DMX also knew a thing or two about Diddy's dark side. Before his passing, he had openly called Puffy out for the shady way he handled artists, especially the late Biggie Smalls. Earl Simmons, better known as DMX, died in April 2021 at White Plains Hospital after suffering a heart attack. But long before his death, he had already exposed some of Diddy's questionable moves. In an interview before releasing his 2012 album Undisputed, DMX recalled his early years as an unsigned artist and how he nearly signed with Bad Boy Records. "You know, the locks got signed before I did. X explained. They were a safer group. Puff signed them, and it was a blessing and a curse. They were happy they got signed, and they were on bench. But then Diddy made them jiggy, put them in suits, made them write lyrics for him, and took their publishing. He raped them. According to DMX, it was Damian Dr. O.C. Butler who arranged the meeting with Diddy, but instead of signing X, Puffy passed on him, claiming he wasn't marketable. Today, many skeptics believe Diddy's real reason for turning him down had less to do with music, and more to do with his disturbing reputation for exploiting young men in the industry. Just like 50 Cent, DMX repeatedly warned that Diddy was only out to trap rappers in bad deals, strip them of their publishing, and, in the worst cases, even profit from their deaths. No one, he said, suffered more from this than Christopher Wallace. The notorious B.I.G. Biggie's mother, Voletta Wallace, has been voicing her suspicions for decades. In a powerful interview with the Daily Mail on the 20th anniversary of her son's death, she accused Diddy of lying and playing a role in her son's murder. "I have a very good idea who murdered Christopher," she said, "and I genuinely believe the LAPD knows exactly who did too. They've done their investigation, but they just refuse to move forward. I don't know why they haven't arrested who was involved. It seems to me that it's one giant conspiracy and someone is definitely being protected. There's no closure, for me, until that murderer is behind bars and sentenced." Her heartbreaking words reignited calls for justice. Former Bad Boy rapper Maze has also spoken out, saying that Voletta Wallace deserves the truth about what really happened to her son. Now, with 50 Cent, Jaguar Wright, ex-bodyguards like Uncle Ron and Gene Deal, and even the late DMX's warnings resurfacing, the walls seem to be closing in on Diddy. With so many witnesses ready to talk to the FBI, many believe it's only a matter of time before the bad boy mogul faces the consequences of his past. And that's it for today's story. Until next time, stay tuned.